welcome everyone. Another musical night. Welcome to everyone. Another musical night with the meditation. And thank you so much for waiting. And I really wanted to share this beautiful music with the Yuvas. We call Yuva, who are the new. Who are the young Sahajogis. They are the music group, and recently they made this music, and it's such a joy giving to listen to this group. And I really wanted to share from the beginning to end. So thank you so much for waiting. And today again we have another musical night with you all, and we are all going to Romania. And today we have the Sahajuki sister. Her name is Cleopatra David, and she will be joining us. But before that, before welcome her, I would like to really start with Shramataji's quote, what she says about the music. And I just want to read for you all and about the music and about the aesthetic, because this program really helps us. Definitely, when we put the music into meditation, when we are meditating with the music, definitely it helps us to be thoughtless, and we go into meditation more deep, because since we all are realized souls, Mother Kundalini, which we have, it rises very easily. And we experienced it this last year. That's why we always want to continue this program. And what Sharmataji says about the music and the aesthetic, I really would like to share this quote, a few quotes are there. So, which is one of about the aesthetic. Aesthetics are born in a person who is a realized soul. He starts seeing aesthetics in everything. The beauty of talking improves. The movements of the hands improve, and your style also improves. You become a beautiful person. Aesthetics come in. You can become suddenly a great poet. You can also be a great painter. If you are already a painter, you get new ideas about painting, new aesthetics. So what she said about the artist, let's see. An artist can serve the society through others by creating a deep impact on their minds. Such is the motivating force of an artist. They are the loveliest flowers of creation, sweetest dreams of the Creator, the dearest parts of human society. Perhaps they do not know how they are loved, worshipped, and followed by their spectators. Artists have to raise the public eye to their standard of test and not to step down to the cheap demand of the public and thus surrender their freedom. So today we are very excited to invite our special another artist who is Sahaja, Cleopatra David, who is joining from Romania into our program. And I would like to say Jai Shumataji and good morning, Cleopatra. Good morning.
Jai Shri Mataji, good morning.
Jai Shumataji, hope you had a good sleep.
A very short one, yes.
First one, okay. Okay, but of course, since we always meditate in the morning, we become so detached with our body, with our feelings. So hopefully you will have a good morning meditation, and we will have a evening meditation with you. So thank you so much for joining our program and also accepting our invitation. And we are very pleased to have you. And so as we talk, and we would like you to start for the meditation whenever you are ready. We will start for the meditation, Cleopatra.
Okay, so let's raise our Kundalini and do Bandhan. We can close our eyes. And put our attention on our Kundalini. Also, we put our attention in our hands. We put now our attention on our breathing. We breathe in, but we don't take a lot of air. We hold it. Breathe out. Hold. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Hold. Now we breathe as peaceful as possible. We put our attention on Muladhara chakra. We can put our right hand towards the Mother Earth. And we meditate on Muladhara chakra. And we ask, Mother, please establish in us the innocence. It is a big temptation for all of us to solve our problems and to reach our goals, no matter how. And the competition is very high, we're all over the place. And we know that many people around us use unorthodox methods, but this is a temptation and we lose more than we gain. So keeping our innocence is more important than reaching other small goals. If we have to reach a certain goal, let's say a professional goal, it should be through innocence and not through cunningness or other methods. Mother, please establish in us the innocence. If we are sitting on the ground, we should feel connected to the Mother Earth and to feel that our petals, our lower petal from Muladhara chakra is actually not only reaching but inserting into the Mother Earth. We should feel that connected to the Mother Earth. We will use a little of the Bija mantras. The Bija mantras are the sounds produced by Kundalini energy while crossing our centers. And for Muladhara chakra, the Bija mantra is Lam, and we will sing it 4 times. Lam. 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 From Muladhara chakra, it starts our left channel, our emotional side. So now we put our attention on the left channel. The greatest quality of this channel is the joy. So we meditate on the quality of joy. We put now our right hand on Let Swadhisthana. the lower part of the abdomen, left side. And we ask for the pure knowledge and pure desire. Mother, please establish in us the pure knowledge and the pure desire. Please remove all the false knowledge inside us. Everything we have read, believed, without having discretion. We can say the mantra for Shri Nirmala Vidya. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirmala Vidya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. We go now on the central heart. So we put our right hand on the central heart. And here we need to trust ourselves and we need to trust other people. The world is in turmoil and maybe we have been betrayed by friends, colleagues, politicians, even relatives. But we have to trust and use our enlightened attention for seeing the qualities of other people. In this way, we help ourselves and we help them too. And especially trusting God, because God is the most powerful force in the universe. He's stronger than us, right? So we should abandon all the worries, all the fears to God. And to trust the future also. Mother, please give me self-confidence and confidence in other people. Remove all my fears. Please remove all the obstacles that we put in front of the love of God and in front of the love of the other people. We can use here a bija mantra also. It is yam. We use it 12 times. Yam, 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 yam. Now we take a deep breath and we hold it. Release, hold. Breathe in, hold. Breathe out, hold. Breathe in, hold. Breathe out. And we breathe now peacefully. We go now to the Vishuddhi chakra. If America is the central Vishuddhi, Romania is the left one. So we go now first to the left Vishuddhi. We know the asana. We put our right hand over the shoulder, trying to reach the vertebrae from the neck, and we turn our head to the right. Mother, please remove all my self-doubts. It is very important for us to have a good left Vishuddhi without feeling guilty, without doubting ourselves, having self-esteem. Because this is a bad left Vishuddhi is the easiest way to let other dominate us, control us, manipulate us. Mother, please remove all my self-doubts. Please establish my self-esteem. Please give me the power to assume all my decisions. Please let me feel that I am worthy for the love of God. I am worthy of the love of God. We go now to the Agya chakra, but we put our attention already on Sahasrara. We put our right hand on the forehead, and here we forgive. And we abandon again all the things that we think they are wrong, and maybe they are wrong, but we abandon them. We forgive everything, everyone, ourselves, our relatives, our bosses, our employees, our neighbors, the politicians, everyone. Because we can't go in Sahasrara with all these people tied to us. We have to leave them here. Here the Bija mantra is Om 2 times. Om. Om. We raise now Kundalini a few times, also saying the mantra Om. Om. We can open the eyes and watch our hand while we do that. Om. 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 We massage now the Sahasrara chakra clockwise. We thank for our self-realization. And now we sit in meditation comfortably, and we raise our attention as high as possible. And we sit a few minutes in silent meditation. If any thought comes, we can stop breathing for a few seconds. If we have a speech, we can watch it now.
So Cleopatra, not listen any talk today. Just after the meditation, we will do conversation, and then after that, we will share some more music from you.
Well, let's stay a little bit more in silent meditation. We can expand our awareness I don't know how you feel, but in this moment, I really don't feel anymore that I'm in my own Sahasrara, but that I'm reaching a collective consciousness. So if everybody can share this, can feel this,
Cleopatra, I think everyone is very thoughtless right now, so they are really on the sahasrara as you feel, as I feel. Wonderful.
We can open our eyes. Namaste. Jai Shri Mataji. I don't know if you are using to rise Kundalini and do Bandhan now or in the end. So I will leave this to you.
We can raise our Kundalini and give a bandhan to finish our meditation. Thank you, Cleopatra. It was wonderful meditation. At the end, you were asking who would like to share their experience, but I think everyone were in the thoughtless awareness, and no one didn't want to come out from that state. Just I wanted to jump in to talk about them, I guess. So it was wonderful. So beautiful meditation. I think when you say that you don't, I'm just up above the Sahasrara. I did the same thing. I was really my Sahasrara. It was so beautiful, so much emotions felt. And for everyone, how did you also do the meditation? Now we finish our meditation. Now we can speak. Want to share your experience? Your experience?
I think your sound has some interruptions. I don't hear it clearly well all the time.
Oh, you can hear me? Oh,
Yes.
so I was asking everyone, how did everyone feel? Does anyone would like to share their experience, your experience during your meditation? So the question is for everyone. So I see in the chat box, Sarita says, enjoy the meditation. Thank you. And iPhone 7 says, nice meditation. Thank you. Okay, so I think everyone felt such a thoughtless and they want to be quiet, right? Okay, so I would like to give a little introduction about Cleopatra. Cleopatra actually started like four, and she's actually a professional singer, classical singer. So also she's actually PhD in music theory, and time to time she teaches to foreign students music theory with the music theory. So, and of course she works in Philharmonica, sorry, Philharmonica, right, Cleopatra? Sorry for my pronunciation, Philharmonica. You work in Philharmonica, right? So,
Philharmonic.
okay, yeah, sorry, so you can tell my music knowledge is not so much as you have. So anyway, so Cleopatra, since 94, I know you have many experience during this Sahaj journey. And so, but before that, how you started Sahaja. You were seeking, were you a seeker? Would you like to share your experience?
How I started Sahaja Yoga? Well, I was a teenager. I was 16. And in our country, our generation is pretty much troubled and traumatized by the communism. Actually, we are all results. Our generation is the result of the communist regime. And the Romanian communist regime was a very special one because our parents were forced to have us. Many were not wanted children. It was the politics of Ceausescu to have lots of children that actually nobody wanted. So we were not loved by parents. This was the situation. It was not common to be loved by parents or something like this. I don't say that they didn't kind of love us after all. They did their duty, but it is not like nowadays. So yeah, we were very traumatized by the regime, by the troubles in the families. You know, in Romania, the alcoholism is very high, and I was suffering a lot. Also, the poverty was another problem, and the impossibility of having a bright future. So I was feeling lots of sadness, even depression when I was a teenager, loss of hope, anger against society, against my parents. I was a pretty good student, but I was suffering a lot. So I was thinking, what if I join a karate club or a yoga club in order to control my anger? And I was seeing the posters with Sri Mataji in the town, but I never read what is all about. It was something about, I think it was something about an exceptional personality. And because the poster was put in the cinema of the city, I thought, oh, this might be a documentary film. So yeah, okay, whatever. Maybe it's something historical, maybe okay. So I was seeing a poster, but I never knew what was all about. And one day, a colleague from the guitar class took me and my sister. I was 16 and she was 15. Let's show you something interesting. Okay, let's go see something interesting. And we saw it was a pretty big hall for that little town with 100 seats. I think there were 25 people there or even more. And I saw the picture of Sri Mataji. Oh, so this is what is all about. It is something about this lady. I didn't even know it was yoga. So in the end, after a lot of introduction, I found that this is a yoga class. Okay, then I'm interested because I want to practice yoga. And we did the self-realization experiment. My sister felt vibrations instantly. I didn't feel the vibrations in my hand, not at that time. I felt them the second time. And I was a little disappointed that I didn't feel the vibrations. Okay, why my sister is feeling vibrations and not me? Okay, maybe I have left visually problems, and I had left visually problems. So I went home. Okay, so every Saturday is that program there. Maybe I should go again. And what happened at home? My mother started yelling at me for nothing at all. And normally, I was reacting and argue with her. And that day, I didn't have any reaction. I was not even upset. I was trying to have a reaction and give some answers back to her, as teenagers do. I just couldn't find them. And then I realized, oh my God, I don't have to control my anger. People can actually live like this. Is it possible not to control your anger but not to have it at all? So okay, then I found what I needed. That is what I need. This type of yoga is what I need. So from that moment, I never stopped going to the classes, and I understand that this is something special. You don't need to control your anger. it just doesn't come anymore. This doesn't mean it never comes back. You have to work for getting, but that was the sign that, okay, I found what I needed.
Very first day you could able to be witness with your anger, and so since 27, 28 years, and your anger, yeah, I mean we can say your witness state became more strong and stronger.
Well, it's a very big game with this witness state, because after you start practicing yoga, you get lots of blessings, and you start getting some award. The first things that happened to me when I was a teenager and a yogi, I started getting very good grades at school without working so hard as before, because my attention was very, very much cleared. So you start to get blessings, and you start to get good grades, and your future starts to be brighter and brighter, and you start to involve in lots of things, because you see that you are better and better, and you start to involve. And when you start to involve in lots of things, you lose your witness state. So then you get a correction from the life, from the destiny, that shows you, okay, this is not the way, and you break your legs a little bit, then you have to come back, okay, let's go more and work more in meditation, and sometimes it hurts. So we shouldn't get scared of these things. This is life, this is experience. Yeah, the witness state can be lost if we involve in lots of things.
Yeah, wow, it's true. So that involving actually comes from the mind, right? So
Well,
when
in my case started from the heart, because you see a problem in the society, and first that thing happens to you. This is also about Vishuddhi and about being collective. It's let's say a bad things happens to you, and then you feel that, okay, I have to solve it for the whole humanity, so nobody can get that. But there are ways in Sahaja Yoga to do this somehow, put them in the attention of divinity, in the attention of God. But when you start to involve them more and more and more, and you try to solve them, then God pulls out and, okay, solve them, good luck.
yeah, I think you are right. What I would like to add, because you say that it starts from the heart, because our, as we know, the spirit our spirit is in our heart, and we always try to become spirit. That means that we try to be, because the spirit, when we touch in our spirit and we become witness, right, and we become actually attached everything with our thoughts, with our mind, and that moment actually, that is the joy, and bringing to that divine state, and brings us to not to reaction. So I think the first we need to become the spirit, not to react, because the spirit actually brings us to the witness state, and then definitely the mind also becomes one with the spirit, because once the mind or our attention touches into spirit, or when our awareness enlightens by the spirit, and I think there is no reaction, because we are the witness, right? I think that is the beautiful point you brought it, and it starts from the heart, that we don't react. That's so nice. And Cleopatra, you say that, of course, many of us know, but some of us just, they started Sahaja maybe 1 year ago, maybe 6 months ago. But of course, the years doesn't matter at all. But still, by learning the knowledge of this divine knowledge, of course, it is like an ocean of knowledge. As you said in the meditation, Romania is the left Vishuddhi. and America represents the center Vishuddhi. Could you please explain what is left Vishuddhi? And what is the quality of the left Vishuddhi? What are the obstacles of the left Vishuddhi chakra?
Well, left Vishuddhi is very important. Actually, from the right, from the heart, sorry, to the brain. You said earlier about the connection between the heart and the brain. And when they are integrated, we have the witness state. We have more than the witness state. So from the heart come more channels, and some, if they are used, lead to our destruction actually. But there is one that goes to Sahasrara, to the brain. And in this way, or in this path from the heart to the brain, we have this left Vishuddhi, which is responsible for our integration, for integrating the heart with the brain. And what are the qualities? The most important quality of this center is chastity, morality, and when these are not respected inside us because we don't have enough self-esteem, and Romania has a lot of experience in that, this connection between the heart and the brain is difficult to establish. So Sri Mataji gives a lot of example of people who with the heart they feel something and with the brain they feel something else. So they don't really know what to do. They do either one way or another. But when the heart and the brain are integrated and act in the same direction, then that is a good sign that things are going well. So the chastity and morality are the most important qualities. What troubles this left Vishuddhi is lack of self-esteem, which can manifest in two ways. Either guilt feelings in the Western world, because we are conditioned by the Christian church, we have to say it, sorry. We are conditioned by the Christian church, and especially the Catholic church. If someone has attended, I attended all kinds of masses because as a singer, I was invited to perform in churches, and I assisted to mass, either Orthodox, either Catholic, but I can say in the Catholic, when they say mea culpa, mea maxima culpa, that is terrible. That is suicidal. Well, that gives a very big shock to the left Vishuddhi, and I don't know if you have noticed, but in sometimes in the parents-children relationship, not the healthy ones, or in the love relationships, some partners try to condition the other partner, saying, "Oh, you don't care about me," making feel guilty. Why? Because in this way he can manipulate. In this way you can get more money from the partner, or God knows what. So if you make the other person or the boss to the employees, "Oh, you didn't do that thing like I asked you to." So the boss makes the employee making feeling guilty. So the employee can work more, and the boss is never satisfied. So this increases the lack of self-esteem. So we have to be very, very careful what we do here, because in this way there are diseases who establish inside. Spondylitis is one of them, but the personality disorder is the worst, because we have lack of self-esteem and lack of self-love, and this makes us behave in a way that is not very healthy for us. And the other way around, another aspect of misusing the left Vishuddhi is being aggressive and arrogant when you do something wrong. Like a thief, when is caught stealing something, and he becomes very aggressive. Yeah, so what? So this is also wrong. So we have to be in balance. Okay, we did something wrong. Maybe we did something wrong. We took full responsibility, and just we don't do it anymore. This is the healthy way. But I can tell you, I fight a lot with my own left Vishuddhi. Is sometimes can be a lifelong fight with this problem. But it improves little by little by little. Romania has a big problem with that because first of all we are a small country, and during the history we were between three big empires. It was Ottoman Empire in the south, the Russian Empire in the northeast, and in the west it was Austrian Empire. So we always felt small and helpless and needy. Feeling needy is not okay. That was one thing. The fact that we don't have um, a culture that expresses through big shapes, big let's say big monuments, big buildings. Everything we started to build in a modern Western European way, which is very beautiful, started in the 19th century. So before we didn't have this kind of culture. Even we have an ancient culture as old as the Indian one. But yeah, we always felt that we are not good enough for for being on this planet. So yeah, this is a problem of left Vishudi.
So, but after self-realization, definitely this left visually gets improved by Mother Kundalini, right? During with the meditation. So there is no left vishuddhi for, of course, this is not only for Romania who are the, I mean, who are the yogis, but this left vishuddhi is many of the people who are seeking, or who are the actually trying to be finding themselves. Actually many people have it, but if they find themselves with their awareness, and when this awareness brings them to self-realization, I think it definitely it disappears eventually, and sometimes faster by the meditation, right, Cleopatra?
Oh, well, of course, it depends from also from the level which you. It depends on the level with which you start this these things. Everybody has a different background.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Hey, Shanai, can I ask a question?
Please.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was trying to ask a question when first you opened the floor. So, hi, my name is Sandeep Joshi, and I really liked your comment, Cleopatra, when you said use your innocence to rise in your profession. I really liked that the thing you said, because I think that's so true. If you genuinely find your passion and work towards it genuinely, I think innocence can be a big boost in your professional or whatever career you have chosen. So I like that a lot. Thank you for that. And if you want to elaborate a little bit on that, please do so. What you can say about it. So I would be interested to hear.
Well, you know, one of in the outside in the normal world, the boost for career is ambition, right? Ambition actually is on the right side of our body, so it increases the ego. But let's say it's not wrong to have ambition up to a point. But I have seen many people in our world, in the musical world, stepping over dead bodies. Like you don't deserve a job, but you talk, you make some arrangement with someone, and you get it anyway. And better people are put down, and you get a position that you don't deserve. This happens a lot, and sometimes the people who are put down a lot start to think, oh, maybe it's something wrong with me that I don't do what they do, so maybe I should also do arrangement with someone. And this is the moment when they lose, because their innocence is challenged, and maybe they get a position, but they lose their innocence, and in the long run this is not helping them. whatever comes in our life, if we lose innocence, actually we lose everything.
Thank you so much. Yeah, very well said. I completely appreciate that. And I think the final thing I would like to say is the last thing you mentioned about left Vishuddhi, like how you mentioned about Romania. So I will tell a interesting example, because as you know, Olympics just ended in Japan, and India never won a gold medal for a long time, since 2008. So I think when countries like US win so many medals, and coming originally from India, when we won the first gold medal this time, it felt good, you know. But before that, it used to feel like, come on, man, why don't we as a India win some medals? Again, it's a function of many things, I know. But yeah, some dominating players or good sports people can make you feel little bitter or bad about your left Vishuddhi. And I think I could relate to that when you mentioned similar things about Romania. It can happen. Yeah, you're right. It can happen based on either your country or your ability to see other strong players in the market or dominant personalities. But I think we have to all work on our left Vishuddhi, so you don't feel like you are inferior to anybody. Thank you.
Okay, so is there any question for Cleopatra? Or does anyone would like to say anything? So Cleopatra, there are some more messages for you. I would like to read before we go to another music section. So let's see. Lucia says, meditation was really so beautiful. Yura, wonderful meditation and music. Thank you so much. Irena, beautiful session and vibrations. Thank you. So, Cleopatra, I have, of course, more questions, but how about we can just listen some more music, and then we will continue for the conversation. How about that? It's okay? Perfect. Okay, so nice, Cleopatra. I know that this piece was from Mozart, right?
Indeed, and we performed it in 2019 for a special program dedicated to Sri Mataji. The programs in Romania look like this sometimes.
So nice. So I know that if I'm able to, if I can read it, it's Italian, right? Exultate jubilat.
Latin, Latin.
So I know that meaning is rejoice, right?
Yes.
So what does it say in this piece? Do you think so? You can give a little information about this piece?
Well, I never looked at the translation. You know, Romanian language is Latin language. So we sometimes understand everything. Sometimes we suppose we understand everything. Exultate, jubilate, o vos anime beate, your enchanted souls. And that's it. That's it, because it's repeating all the time. Dulcia Cantica, the sweet songs. Cantica Canendo. Wait, well, I don't know all the words. I think there is an English translation somewhere on internet. All I know about this piece, it has three parts, and the structure is like a concerto for an instrument. Mozart usually treats the voice like an instrument. And you can replace the voice with the violin and you will have the same effect. And actually, this piece was written for a castrato. Originally, was written for a castrato, who was very famous that time. And now it is performed usually by sopranos because it has a high tessitura. It has three parts with cadenza, so it looks exactly like an instrumental piece, with the first piece and first part and the last part in sonata form, and the middle part is called Tu Virginum Corona. So it is actually dedicated to the Virgin Mary. This piece. It is a Catholic hymn, actually, for the Virgin Mary. Mozart was a Catholic practitioner, and he wrote lots of messa and other pieces for this kind of ceremony.
Very nice, very nice. So, Cleopatra, could you please tell us about Mozart? Of course, not the information, but just Mozart. Mozart represents which center, and because we know that some musicians, great musicians, they represent some are idas, which are the channels. So, I mean, of course, we don't know Latin, but through the vibrations, through the rhythm, really Mozart's music, this piece really brings us some joy and brings us into center when we are listening. So what is Mozart's part in this, in Sahaja Yoga?
Well, it is considered that Mozart is clearing the music of Mozart is clearing the central channel. Actually, his music is very much in balance. All the time is in balance. It is not all the time expressing joy. We have to listen all of his music, the sonatas, the symphonies, especially the later ones, and the operas. Mozart is my favorite opera composer, and it is many people prefer Verdi or Puccini, Italian music, but in my case, Mozart is or Wagner. Yeah. What can we say about Mozart's place? It is a perfect balance. He died very young. And some say it is the incarnation of Narada. Narada. There were three great musicians in back time mentioned. I think not in the Vedas, but in later Sanskrit literature. Narada, Matanga, and there was Bharata. These three musicians, and it is considered that Mozart is Narada, the son of Sarasvati, of goddess Sarasvati. And Mozart, we shouldn't idealize his personality. There are lots of things we don't know about musicians. It looks like his behavior sometimes it was a funny one, but it is a way hardworking persons release themselves of tension. Recently, I found on YouTube on one Sahaja channel the recording of the Zauberflöte, the magic flute, the opera made by Sahaja yogis. In the year 2000, the Sahaja yogis made a production of the Zauberflöte somewhere in New York, and they presented it in Kabbalah too. So it was a time when Shri Mataji was with us in physical form, and Sahaja yogis were struggling to do good quality art. They were doing theater, and they did this opera. Why they didn't do it again, or they didn't do other operas? Because opera is very expensive. First of all, you don't find between Sahaja yogis all the instruments, a very good conductor, all the voices. You have to hire people from outside, and nothing is cheap in this kind of production. And it was a very good production as what concerns the regie, the production. It was a very good one. So actually, I would love very much to see Sahaja yogis doing high quality work again. What I liked very much at the beginning of this session, you read a note from Shri Mataji from 1961, which is called The Dignity of Art. That is my motto in life, because there are indeed many artists and many people who are doing compromise in work, in music, and many times it is promoted something cheaper. Let's say it brings joy. Not really. It brings excitement. Yeah, it's entertaining, but art is art. Art is something different. It is deep, and it like you said, it touches some chakras and channels and these things. I remember Shri Mataji doesn't like Wagner. Even many people prefer it. And what is this thing about Wagner? Wagner is very much on the right channel. He's supraconscious. He's very ambitious. He's egotistical, and yes, it reaches some unwanted realms in the conscious. Sometimes when in our job we perform also Wagner, or we listen to his music. Right now my ego is catching when I talk about him. So yeah, you have to be very careful about the vibration. But his music is the rock music of the classical. Actually, he's not classic. He's a romantic music. He's like rock music for us. It's shining. It's exciting. and it's catching on the right side.
Since you are a musician, and I mean, the musicians are more sensitive than maybe many of the other people, because once the many artists who are the realized souls, they do their art by heart. And of course, the spirit also involves in it. And all the vibrations, as we know, the vibrations comes from the spirit. And once we touch in our spirit, and we feel the vibrations through our spirit. And since you are more sensitive, and I think when you pay attention to any of the artists, and you get more easily the vibrations, which is the good or bad, I think I can tell, because you felt so quickly about him, the vibrations you already catch. You felt the left agya, I right agya, right? That's amazing. That's amazing. So this is the being an artist. I think that sensitivity comes to all the artists. So Cleopatra,
What to say? I don't know what to say. There are many. Sri Mataji says that the word artists are worshipped and this, that. And Romania is quite famous in the Sahaj world for having great musicians. There were, at the beginning of Sahaja Yoga, there were lots of musicians joining Sahaja Yoga, and even they performed in front of Sri Mataji. I say we should have a very balanced attitude towards everything, because one might be a decent artist and might impress through art and might not be a very good spiritual person. It's not necessarily to be to work together, the character and the profession. And I have an article which is called "Musical Preferences Are Really Ours," something like this. My blog is Sahaj Culture. Musical preferences are really a matter of taste and education. And I discovered, no, they are not a matter of taste and education. Music preference, it is about our inner state. Maybe for people who don't have spiritual experience, it is about emotional state, but it is about vibrations. Because I saw in myself what preferences I have, not only musical, but what I watch on internet. Sometimes I need to see a speech of Sri Mataji or to listen good quality music, and sometimes I just listen some comedy show. And when I want to listen comedy show, that means I'm not okay, because that comedy is usually it's a cheap type of art, and sometimes it's no art at all. Sometimes can be vulgar. We know that. And why do I need to hear that? Because I'm upset, But when I'm in a good emotional and spiritual state, then I choose something deep. And the music, the classical music, can reach sometimes emotional zones that we don't want to reach in ourselves. Sometimes it's so emotional that I don't need that. And it happens with the music of Dvorak, it happens with the music of Saint-Saëns, no Saint-Saëns, Sibelius. They are very deep emotionally. So if we are not ready to feel that inside of us, of course we run to Bhangra, to dance music, something like that, because we believe that brings joy. It brings sport excitement.
No, sweet. Wow, so sweet. Okay, so Cleopatra, I just, when we met very first time, I really love that experience. I really want you to share with everyone. I know we are a little bit crossing our time, 10:50 almost. Could you please very quickly, you can tell this experience? Once you were in India, I will tell this story. Once you were in India and you were meditating, you wanted to meditate, but somehow you were not into meditative state, but something happened through your Agya chakra. Can you please tell us?
Yes, that is the most extraordinary and shocking Sahaja experience I had. So I was in India, like you said, and I was after 2 years of depression caused by professional reasons. So yes, I was after 3 weeks in India, and I was meditating more than in Romania because I had more time. I didn't have to also work. I was only student. So I put myself in an armchair and I tried to meditate, and I couldn't. So I said, okay, let's get up and go practice. And I couldn't get up from the armchairs. I was very heavy. So from the photo of Sri Mataji, it was like a radiation who scanned my whole body, starting from the left side, like this. And I was kind of also hearing inside myself. It was sounding. So it was an electric magnetic sensation inside myself, like being a little bit electrocuted. I was a bit scared, and I knew I could end it anytime, but I said, okay, let's see what happens. So it scanned my whole body, and after it crossed my Agya chakra and went in this direction, I started to feel very better. And after it left my body, I started to laugh first, and then my depression was gone, and I could enjoy all the rest of my time in India. And yeah, this was the most extraordinary experience, because that thing came from the photo of Sri Mataji. So yeah, there is something going on. We feel it very, very slightly in our meditation, but sometimes can be like this.
Wow, so nice. Thank you so much, Cleopatra. So that moment actually you wanted to be in meditative state, and you had such a strong desire to be into that state, but somehow you couldn't. But well, I think in that moment, did you really have, of course, besides the desire, you just surrender it?
I didn't realize what was happening. I was desireless. I was not there. My desire was not working anymore. My wishes were not working anymore. No ambition. I did nothing. All I could do was to stop this radiation from scanning me, and I didn't because I was curious. Mm-hmm. But I didn't do anything. It was not me.
Amazing. Wow. Thank you, Cleopatra. It's so beautiful experience. I know time always flies so fast when we have this conversation, when we have this beautiful music section, and I know it's not enough. Over here right now is in the night 10:50, and we always ask this question: can you please come back again whenever you can?
Certainly, with pleasure.
That's so nice. We love this answer. We love to hear this answer. Thank you so much, Cleopatra. It's so beautiful. You give such a beautiful tips, amazing tips, and through your experience, definitely. And this really helps for each of us. And because, as you know, whoever has the same struggling, and through the experience and through meditation, how the other people, how the yogis, they can come out, and these are really inspiring for each of us. And that's why we really love to listen many stories, and we love to always continue to invite many different Sahajikis from the different countries with their experience and the music. Of course, when the music comes, music always helps us and opens our heart. And today you created this moment in our program, and thank you so much, Cleopatra, for coming and giving a time for us. And whenever you can, please come back.
Thank you also. Have all a great night. Jai Shri Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji. Please take care and keep in touch with us.
Indeed.
Okay, my dears, so it's almost 10:52, I mean 10:55, but thank you for joining, and thank you giving time to yourself and to us, and I know that we got so many information, so many tips, and we enjoyed with the beautiful music. So we love it. And come back for the next week. We will have another Sahaja Yogi brother, and I will not tell who is coming and where is he from, but to find out, please come next week. That will be our great pleasure to be together and meditate together and enjoy together with this divine power of love. And tomorrow again, we have collective meditation with the same link and in the same time. And have a good night to you all. Jai Shri Mataji, and lots of love to you all. Good night.